They made Patrick Mahomes have one of his worst games of his career.
Hey, that's the first and only time I saw Patrick Mahomes shook. Yeah. Welcome back to a Super Bowl edition of Hits and Hoops. I got my give and go partner here with me, Tyler. What's good, fam?
What's good, Chicho?
Everything is good, bro. Everything is beautiful. Once again, well, I never even introduced myself, but y'all already
Yeah,
know.
who are you?
Y'all already know. Dexter Moon, aka Dixon Luna in the flesh. Man, we got the biggest game to talk about. The biggest game to talk about. Super Bowl 59, Eagles, Chiefs. Before we get into that, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get popping in the algorithms. I know y'all fuck with us, but we gotta see it. If you just watching it and you're not liking, you're not commenting, you're not subscribing, we appreciate it, but we need that interaction. We need that interaction. So appreciate y'all supporting and keep commenting. Even if we get back to you late, we see it. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Super Bowl 59, Chiefs versus Eagles. The
Mm,
fucking Eagles smacked them boys, belt to ass.
dominated the Chiefs.
Crazy. I don't think no one predicted this. Like I predicted them to win, but like this, didn't see it coming, man. What were your just overall thoughts and just review on the game?
First things first, I want to say we are not worthy of Chicho Damas. Okay? You got it. Chicho Damas strikes again, comes in clutch in the season, hits you with a banger at the end.
Mm.
Tell you something real.
Hold
But
on. What Tyler's referencing is before the season started, I predicted Chiefs, Eagles Super Bowl, and I predicted Eagles winning.
yes,
I'm dumb as fuck, and I haven't betted in my life up to this point. But after the NBA All-Star break, that's gonna change.
we'll
That's
see.
gonna change. No, no, no. That's gonna change.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. No, okay, so this game, it wasn't a good game. It was a dominant game on Philadelphia side, obviously. Jalen Hurts, more than deserving. He had a great game. The last two games he's played incredible. I don't see the
Flawless.
people knocking on him so hard, but the first two games in the playoffs, it was kind of iffy for me. And I know you poo-pooed that, but these last two games, especially in the Super Bowl, he was clean, he was crisp, he was smart. He had that one pick, but that was probably the only time that the defensive blitz got through
Yeah.
because they were ready for that all game.
And it was an underthrow.
And it was an underthrow.
Yeah.
But I think the most impressive part of this Super Bowl win, is the defensive line, the front four. I think what they did on never having to blitz an extra person,
That's insane.
always drop in seven instead of having, five to three or whatever they do. Only rushing four. Those guys played like they were all boosted up in a video game. They made the offensive line look absolutely terrible. They made Patrick Mahomes have one of his worst games of his career.
Hey, that's the first and only time I saw Patrick Mahomes shook.
It was yeah, that was the only time you've ever seen that.
Like
He was
even when he
lost.
was getting destroyed by Tom Brady and the Bucks, he never looked shook. Who
He
did
was
look
lost.
shook was all the receivers and running backs that were dropping those balls. But he himself, this game, I saw him snap the ball, take 3 steps back, and start panicking. And you can just tell he got happy feet and that it was the chicken before the egg or the egg before the chicken. Did the pressure cause him to do that or did he cause the pressure? Hard to tell, but I know for sure those first couple of drives, he had opportunities. Three and
He
out,
did.
three and out, three and out, three and out. Um,
From the beginning of the game, you could tell it was very apparent that Philadelphia had a strong hold on each side of the ball. So
yeah.
when KC went on, I got that second three and out, and Philly moved the ball so smoothly down the field to get that first seven. You just thought when it was 10-0, yo, KC in every other game scores here. but the opposite happened in that pick six.
Pick six, Cooper DeJean, white boy rookie. Hey, I said it before the year started. Who was my rookies to watch out for? I said, well, you have a white rookie wide receiver in Pearsall. He got shot, literally got shot. So his rookie year didn't go as planned on the 49ers. And then you got this white rookie DB. That's rare. That's an ultra rare Pokemon. So if he's getting drafted in the first round and being white, that lets you know, oh, he's special. Oh, he's different. And he proved it. He proved it. I think one huge thing, I think this is what changed the game, or this is one of the foreshadowing events of the game. So the Eagles' first drive, they're pushing the ball. It's third down, and Jalen Hurts throws a bomb to AJ Brown. Gets into a little bit of a hand fight with the defender.
I think
What's
it
the
was
quote?
McDuffie, was it?
McDuffie, the
Yeah,
Chiefs' number one corner.
yeah.
They get in a little bit of a hand fighting in real time. Doesn't look like a foul. Doesn't look like a penalty at all. In slow mo, you guys pointed it out to me because I was losing my mind. I
Yep.
saw that and I'm
As you
like,
would.
oh, here it goes. Here we fucking go again. The Chiefs bullshit again. The refs. Don't even get me started. But after that play, Saquon was telling the whole team, chill, relax. Don't freak out about this. Let's just keep it pushing. And I thought that was vital because I feel like a lot of teams, especially with all the history that's been going on with the Chiefs, in that moment, they might lose their cool. They might lose their tempo. They might just be thrown off because they might be thinking what I'm thinking. Oh shit, here we go again. But Saquon was like, chill. Even if it was a bullshit call or if it was the right call, calm, collected, neutral. I think that was huge. Yeah, man, moving forward, you know me, Chiefs hater, Mahomes
Yeah.
hater,
Hmm.
certified. We got to
Hmm.
talk about who's at fault. You
Yeah.
know, why did they lose? Who do you give, the lion's share of the blame to?
I think I kind of referred to it a little earlier, but I think it started with the offensive line. I think because they played so poorly and just got punched in the mouth so quickly, it trickled down to Mahomes having, like you referred to, he just dropped 3 steps back and it was time to do something. So I mean, if you give him an extra second a down, I think it's the game's whole lot different. Give him at least 2.5 seconds, but there was no run game. They were down so fast, you had to start throwing the ball more consistently, and it never happened. And I think it just started with that front five, just
See,
not
the
being
thing
ready.
is, I think even if Mahomes had that extra second, nobody was open. There was nobody well because they don't have weapons. This is what I was trying to tell people all year. They don't have weapons. Travis Kelce is no longer a Pro Bowler, no longer an All Pro. DeAndre Hopkins is no longer an All Pro. They don't have no more weapons. It's just Mahomes. So if you can stop him, if you can rattle him, you won the game. But
Yeah, it's
I
it's like cutting the
the
snake's
head of
head
the
off.
snake, yeah.
Right.
But at least like in Philly's case, if you stop Jalen Hurts, you got Barkley, you got AJ, you got Goner. Like there's just weapons all around that help the quarterback, just in case if the quarterback isn't playing well. But in Kansas City case, if Mahomes don't play well, if the refs are calling the game the right way, they're very beatable. They're very beatable.
Yeah, but I
Um,
think I think to add what you're saying, I think if they have an extra second, just give me a normal what is it, 2.7, 3 seconds. Give me a normal pocket. I think they're so tactical that they would figure it out. They figured it out. This is their third Super Bowl in a row.
for
So
sure.
I think it started with that O line, and that was the biggest thing because I think you could tell Andy Reid was just calling all types of shit. Mahomes rolling out, Mahomes just trying to create pockets on the outside because there was
Nah, I
nothing he
think
could do.
huge part of the blame got to go to Andy Reid. Where
Really.
was the adjustments? Where was the adjustments? There was no adjustments made. The game plan was give it to 15 and let him figure it out. No screen, no running game. And I don't want to hear that they got down so quick because 17-0 is not time for desperation.
No, no.
That's not time for desperation. You still got time to come back. You still got time to play the game. Even Brady said it.
But you have to call the game a bit different if 17-0 than
But they
0
didn't
0.
call it different. They called it the same all the way through. They started that game like they was already down 17-0. That's how they were playing from the get-go. And even Brady said, he said, "Yo, I want to see you running here. I want to see you play the game as if it's 0-0 again." And they never did. They were unprepared. They were outcoached. The other team wanted it more. Travis Kelce, where were you at? Chris Jones, this historic all-time great, according to you, I didn't see no Chris Jones signing. Only time I saw him was rubbing his neck on the sideline.
Yeah, he got hurt.
So
He got hurt twice. Yeah.
two out of the three carriers of this dynasty were no shows,
Yeah.
complete no shows. And then the half of the dynasty, which is the coach, to me, got severely outcoached. I think this team just, started drinking their own Kool-Aid a little bit too much.
They probably went in and feeling real good. Yeah, that
Yeah.
could
And I
have
think they
been.
were more focused on three-peating than winning the game. They were more
Mm.
focused on the historical implications and what it meant than getting the job done. It's almost like, Golden State, they were more worried about getting the record, that regular season record, 73-9, than actually winning the finals. And that's why they lost to LeBron and Kyrie. But with that being said about the Chiefs and who's at fault, let me ask you, do you think that Patrick Mahomes can still be the GOAT after this?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, this is if you I mean if you don't think so, this is such a knee-jerk reaction. You're telling me a week ago, you would have thought something different.
Because
So
he was
yeah, I
going to do
mean,
something that Brady never did. That's why. Because he was going to have
yeah.
something
But
that
we
says,
couldn't
yo,
we
Brady
it's
never did this. And
no,
now
that
he,
that's something Brady never did, but you can't say, okay, Brady never did this, he's the GOAT. You can't do that.
that was going to be one of the things that was going to help his argument.
It would help it, yeah. It would help it, yeah.
Since he didn't do that, it's going to hurt him.
It would have been like LeBron's coming back 3-1 in the finals argument
That's
when he
one
threw
thing that
back.
helped his GOAT status.
Of course, no, of course. But Mahomes is what, 27, 28,
Let me tell you why I think
29?
he could never be the GOAT. Patrick Mahomes could never be the GOAT. It's over, buddy. It's over. You lost to Brady twice in the playoffs, once in the Super Bowl and once in the AFC Championship, and then you got blown out. This is like when LeBron choked against the Mavericks, and I heard everyone say that he couldn't be the GOAT after that.
Which is
Because
obviously premature.
because they
5 years in
said,
his
guess
career.
what? Jordan never did this.
Yeah, but no one ever says Jordan failed in the playoffs for 7 years. I mean,
Because when we talking about GOATs, we got to talk about the championship games. It's cute, Mahomes. Yeah, you did a bunch of stuff in divisional and all that, but what really matters when you get to this level is finals and Super Bowls. And when we compare that part, I got stats for you. Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. Let me tell you who Tom Brady has beaten in the Super Bowl. The quarterbacks. Kurt Warner, Hall of Famer. Jake Delhomme, nah. Donovan McNabb, Pro Bowler, borderline Hall of Famer.
I don't know if he's off him. He was good. I don't know if he'll make the off him.
That's fine. Russell Wilson, borderline Hall of Famer. Matt Ryan, borderline Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that MVP helps him a lot.
Jared Goff, we still got a lot to see left, but he's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Let's project
And
border,
then let's
borderline.
project, and I would say if
Borderline.
he makes it to another Super Bowl, he don't got to win it. If he makes it to another one, borderline Hall of Famer.
Fam, no, you can't. If you were holding golf to that same and he goes to a Super Bowl and gets blasted out, then it's gonna be like, what happened?
But no one's saying he's the GOAT. Bro, this is GOAT
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
standards.
Go ahead, go to the list, go to the list.
And then he beat the new age GOAT in Mahomes.
Baby go, yeah.
You want to know who Mahomes has beat in the Super Bowl? Jimmy Garoppolo,
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy,
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts. Now Jalen Hurts is on a beautiful trajectory. But come on. The other two, come on.
Yeah, Purdy, yes.
Come
That's
on.
and then Garoppolo was around what, 15, I would say, best quarterback in the league,
Garoppolo is mid.
15-ish.
Brock Purdy is mid.
I mean, at least that built that year, you know what I mean? Purdy's what?
Mahomes has 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in the Super Bowl. Is that good?
Mm, that's not great. No.
That's not great. That's not great. Brady, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. The ratios is different. Now, Mahomes has a lot more left to do to better those stats.
What about rushing yards?
I don't got that for you.
Okay. That would be a difference in rushing touchdowns. Now, I
For
don't
sure.
know it. I don't know it off the top of my head. It's great podcasting, but that's one thing I would like to see also.
For sure, but he ain't like a Jalen Hurts where you really have
No,
to.
but at the end of the year, he runs more. He runs way more. He'd rather
He a
throw a ball
throwing
with.
quarterback. The only time that Russian shit matters is with Allen, Hurts,
No, dude,
Jackson.
I know, but when needs to run, he'll run. In the
That's not
Super
going to
Bowl,
give him the advantage
AFC
over Brady.
Championship, I
That's not
mean,
going to
yeah.
give him the advantage over Brady.
But you're talking about Super Bowl though,
That's not
right?
going to give him the. I don't care what he rushed for. That's not going to.
I'm not saying it's gonna. I'm just saying it's gonna be more of an argument. It's gonna be closer because those look terrible.
It's just facts. It's just
Yeah,
facts.
touche.
It's just facts. So to me, he can't ever be the GOAT. To be the GOAT, you have to beat the GOAT. Isn't that how it goes?
I mean,
Isn't that how it goes?
if Mahomes was born 10 years earlier,
No, he had a chance. He had 2 chances and failed. If LeBron lost to Jordan in the finals, we would never hear the end of it. We would never hear the end of it. So to me, there was 3 GOAT debates completely thrown out the window. Mahomes never beat a GOAT. Kelsey, hey, Gronk never disappeared like this. When Gronk was on the Bucks on one leg, out of retirement, he looked better than Kelsey has had this whole year.
but you're basing it off of Kelsey's worst year, his 10-year career. You're basing his whole career off of one season.
It matters. Does this season matter?
Of course, but he's already got 3 rings.
And Gronk got 4.
Yeah, Gronk played how many more years less? Three,
I'm just
four?
saying, from the first game of Gronk's career to the last games of Gronk's career, he was dominant. I can't say that for Kelsey. Kelsey only really got lit when Mahomes got there.
I mean,
He was
you can't
never
even
in a
run the
GO
same.
conversation until Mahomes got there.
Well, I mean, they were in the same, what, 2, 3 years difference? Like,
I'm just saying, I don't want to hear Travis Kelsey go. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. And then he has to block, right? Part of
yeah,
tight end is blocking.
man, I saw some bad videos from Super Bowl and blocking. Yeah,
Man was just standing there.
yeah, it was tough.
And then Andy Reid. No, don't go conversation. Don't do that.
I
Did we
mean,
for,
who's calling him the GOAT,
I don't
though?
know. Some people were. Did, did we forget Don Shula? I know Belichick's won,
Yeah,
but,
oh, yeah.
but Andy, you might be closer to top 5. I don't even know if you had 2 yet. But to me, that was just 3 GO conversations that ended with that one game.
Mm.
Because, bro, what I'm telling you, like I said, after the LeBron Mavericks collapse, there was nothing he could do. That's it. End of conversation because the other guy never collapsed like that. So it's different when you get to the GOAT status. It's like everything matters. Everything matters.
So can LeBron not be the GOAT to you? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what you're telling me.
Mm. To me,
Because I remember those finals. That
he
was like
can't he can't be the GOAT. He can't.
because of that, something he did
No,
13 years ago.
Because Michael Jordan has a flawless NBA Finals record. Flawless.
So your whole basis is off of rings. Because we can go into
Dominance,
that stage too. You're telling me Robert Horry's the better? 9 rings?
dominance, stats,
Bill Russell?
stats, and rings. It's a combination of the thing.
Okay, so Bill Russell's your GOAT then.
Bill Russell never led the league in scoring. Bill Russell's not top 5, top 10, anything in stats wise. So he can't
But
be
you're
in
not
the GOAT
talking about
conversation.
you're talking about rings. And
I
you said about the
combination of
ring.
combination of stats,
Yo,
rings, and dominance.
I'm not gonna get in this Bill Russell argument with you, but
That's what makes you the GOAT.
you're saying rings championships tells all then. Is that what you're saying? which is
I,
okay.
I I've already said it twice. Is my mic working?
Yes, we're
Rings, stats, and dominance.
okay.
That's three categories.
Okay.
Obviously, rings is probably the most important, but it's not the only thing, but it's just hard. It's to beat Jordan 6-0. It's hard, man. And bro, I don't know if Braun will ever make it back to another finals. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day.
How
Hey,
many?
we should
Wait, how many? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not getting into it.
Hey, that's a whole
Braun
nother
is Braun is
conversation
the
for another
Braun is my goat. I don't care. I love Michael Jordan. He put me on to basketball.
day. He
He made me
did.
love basketball.
We watched his documentary back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than more than on the court. He made me love basketball and fall in love with basketball. But to
So
me,
you think so you know what? They might be in the end, it might be like a similar type of the only thing is like Brady has the rings and the stats. He's
and the
also
longevity. You're missing this, the longevity.
yes.
Bron's been Bron's been in the NBA longer than he's been, or more than half his life.
Yeah.
MJ played from 84 to 93, then 94. So MJ played 16, 17 years, right?
If that.
If that, I might be giving him a couple years too.
Yeah, I think he
LeBron's
might be.
year, what, 21, 22?
22.
So he did a third more than Michael Jordan did.
He did. But I hear what you're saying, but you're just
And at a
supporting
high level, he's
you're
41.
supporting you're supporting the Brady GOAT conversation.
Hey, good. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Even if Mahomes were to get it, win this game, no.
He still
Brady
got
did
to
this shit for 20, 25
thank
years.
you. Thank you. No, because there was a lot of people saying if he won the game, he was gonna be the GOAT, but you still got
No,
a long
it would just make a good argument for his case
like the
at a lot
3-1.
sooner.
Like the 3-1 comeback. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
you
what it.
have one thing that this guy didn't do.
But
So
look, adding on to that, MJ or LJ, number one in scoring, and he's going up, averaging what, 28 this year?
he's gonna set that record.
That's going to be one of the records that is really, really unattainable.
That's never gonna be broken.
It's good, and
Like ever.
like the shooting. All right, we're getting too off topic. We're getting too off topic. My
Yeah,
bad. My bad.
let's get back into it.
Back to the game.
Damn, I had a really good point too. I forgot what I was gonna say.
My bad. My bad.
Oh, so what? So for you, what does Mahomes need to do to become the GOAT?
All right, so right now, real quick, he's 3-2 in the Super Bowl, seven AFC championships that he's been to. He's won five, obviously.
Brady's
Um,
7-3 in the Super Bowl.
7-3. Yeah, I know. That doesn't. Yeah,
That
he wins the
doesn't
Super Bowl literally half of his career. I would say Mahomes really got to have like five rings and probably play till at least 38, so like 10 more
five
years.
rings, and how many losses can he have? Because he
I
can't.
mean,
If he has too many losses, it's over.
you got to be at least 500 in the Super Bowl.
You got to be above 500, and that's one thing that
Yeah,
hurts LeBron like crazy. 4-6 in the finals. It's
yeah,
tough, man. It's
yeah, it's
tough.
tough. 10 appearances, But I mean, LeBron's teams were a lot different. In case in New England was dominant the whole everything
Yeah.
from coaching. How many
Top 10
coaches LeBron have?
defense.
Like.
Sure.
But yeah, I think Mahomes has to get at least, I'd say, five rings till it's really like, okay, neck and neck.
I say he has to get a well, I say he can never do it. But in
You're
your
right.
in your case, I think he needs to at least get 5 rings and no more than 4 losses.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, but
So you
still, if he plays till he's 38, like the longevity thing is a big thing for me if you're talking about GOAT, because you could do it for, you know, people say, oh, Barry Sanders is the best running back ever. He only did it for 10 years. There's a lot of players that have a short career
but
and
there
they did
has to
very
be
well.
like, all
There
right,
has to
if
be some
you
sort of like longevity to it.
but it has to also be like, all right, if you played this amount, you can be considered.
Yeah, of
It
course.
can't just be whoever plays longest, because then it would
No, no, no,
be
no. It's
Vince Carter or
dominance.
some dumb
It's
shit.
dominance, the time of dominance.
But I feel like in the NFL, if you play at least 10 years, you're good, fam. You
Okay,
can enter
interesting.
a GOAT debate. And then in NBA, if you play at least 15 years, 13 years, you can enter the debate.
Yeah, I mean Barry Sanders was a bad example, but I see what
No,
you're
I thought
saying.
that was great. I thought that was great because a lot of people will argue Emmett because of the longevity. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a great argument. It's a great argument.
But yeah, for me, it's 5 years and at least a couple more appearances.
Which we can assume he's gonna get back, right?
Shoot, NFL, you never know.
That's the
That
thing.
that's what makes this so
Tom
amazing.
Brady went 10 years after he won his third Super Bowl without even going back. Aaron Rodgers, before Mahomes, this was the greatest thrower we've ever seen. Went to one and never again. Dan Marino went to one and never again. So, do I think he'll make it back? Almost certainly. But is it guaranteed? No, it's not.
Hey, I think if Marino won at least 2 rings, I think he would be up for the GOAT debate because how people talk about him without the rings,
Yo, those stats he was putting up back in those days.
unreal. Because I've been watching some old games with my son, like on YouTube and NFL films and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, he would be up there with the GOAT debate because of the rings.
Bro, he was putting up 2015 stats in the 90s, in the 80s. That's
Yeah,
unheard of.
yeah,
That was before all those rules to protect the quarterback. And he was different. But like we said, that ring shit is so important when it comes to the GOAT stat. It's not the number one thing, but it's a big thing. Let's go. Let's talk about the winners now.
yeah. Thank you. Let's
Let's
go to
talk about
Philly.
the winners. We shit on the Chiefs. Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on.
Careful,
Hold
careful.
on. Hold on, bro. I told you they were full. All year I told you they was fraudulent. If it was a ref call, a missed block, a fumbled botch, a deal with the devil, voodoo, you just knew this team isn't as good as their record says. I always knew that. I always knew that. They were never blowing teams out the water. And to me, that's the number one sign of is this actually a good team or are they just figuring out a way to win? And I just knew it was only a matter of time. And it just happened at the perfect time. But my fault. Last thing. Sorry, KC. Sorry, all my people in Kansas City. But let's talk about the boys in green. Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, second straight Super Bowl where he outperformed Mahomes. How do we rank Jalen Hurts going into next season?
Going into next season, he's in the top 6, I would say.
Okay.
He comes off a big game, big ring, you get moved up quite a bit. But I think he was probably roughly around the top 10. So now I think it's a solidified top 6.
I
You
think the
know,
top four is going to be hard for you to crack that. The top four is
yeah, it's the top tier. Yeah,
Mahomes, Allen, Jackson, and Burrow. That's the top four of this current generation.
yeah, that's the top tier. They're in the league of their own. Um,
I'm comfortable putting Hurts right after that.
yeah, that second tier, five, yeah, 5.
So we're
Okay.
making him at five.
So
I'm
so
very
leading the second tier of quarterbacks.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
That's not
yes.
a bad thing. That's a great thing to have.
I
That's a good
know.
problem.
I know. It just, I
There's
know.
32
It just
teams, bro.
sounded.
It's the upper
It's just
fourth.
hard. It's just hard to say second when he just came in first. You know. But you're
But
right.
you said going into next year, though.
Yeah. You're right. That's a great spot. Number five. That the leader of that second group or just the end of the first group. But I think that top four is locked. Now, if he continues this, if he gets one more ring, then we got to put him above Allen and Jackson. I'm sorry. If he gets one more ring, and they don't,
Yeah, and they don't if they're
if they
ringless.
start
Yeah.
winning and shit, it's gonna be very hard. But I think Jalen Hurts is very hard to gauge because he don't got the stats that they do. He's like a Kawhi Leonard. They never gonna have the stats, but when them boys get into those playoff big games, they're up there with the best in the whole world. So just a clutch performer and just a winner. And yo, you can smile now, bro. You can show a little emotion now. It's okay. You won. You won. It's over. It's over. Man,
Maybe
trying
he's one of those guys that doesn't want to get too high or too low. You know what I mean?
he trying too hard to or a farm or whatever the young kids call it now.
What's it called? Orifor? Sounds like a toothpaste.
They're like aura farming or some shit. I don't
Oh my
fucking.
God, we're so washed. All right,
I'm
go
washed, bro. I try
ahead.
to keep up, but it's harder and harder every year. Yeah, man. Let's talk about the current GOAT, Tom Brady. Um, what did we think about his commentary? He's come a long way. He made it to the big stage first year. What did you think about his commentary?
Wait, can we back up to Philly before
My
we?
fault, my fault, my
Before
fault, my fault.
we yeah, back up to Philly real quick. One thing I wanted to also bring up was they couldn't get Saquon going, right? Casey was doing the only good thing was they were stopping Saquon, right? They had it. He was in the pass game a little bit, but the way they moved that offense, taking a couple shots down the field, getting some great third down. The biggest thing with the thing that made Hurts glow to me is those third down runs.
Yes.
Him going getting 77 yards through this game and making those drives, keep extending those drives, getting closer to scoring position. And that was why I think Hurts deserved the MVP is because of those third down runs when he knew nothing's there, go. Because I know that's his knock, right? If his first second there, he gets flustered and goes. But how smart he was playing,
He
it
only
was
ran when he absolutely
it
had
was
to.
flawless football to me.
He
I
and
really
that
think so.
and it was the same thing in the NFC Championship game.
Same thing.
So two games back to back where it's like the dude played beautifully.
I mean, the top two games of the year, like those that NFC Championship, you gotta win. And Super Bowl, you gotta win, and he
Yes,
did that.
sir.
Yo,
And
but on top of that,
in
that
dominant
defense,
fashion.
yes, that defense, best defense in the league, best defense in the postseason. You got to give it to Vic Fangio. I was wrong. Shout out Vic Fangio.
Shout out my boy Vangio.
My fault. I don't know why I just did that kiss thing either, but
I
shout out Vic
understood it.
Fangio.
No, I understood. I understood it.
Shout out Vic Fangio. Got his dub.
You just gotta pause it. That's it. Um, yeah, no, let's talk about Tom Brady in the booth, the GOAT. What do we think about the GOAT in the booth? He's come a long way.
So this game, I thought he was tremendous, to be honest. I thought having some insight that probably only a handful of people can actually talk about and experience in these
For sure.
moments, what to do, what you're thinking, how the sideline looks, what direction, you know, do or die football, how that looks. I thought he did a great job, man. He's had some stinkers in the beginning of the year, especially, but he learned how to do it, and I would say this is one of his top performances of the year. And I love listening to the color guys, Buck, Aikman, Collinsworth.
Yeah.
I love listening to those guys, even if they say ridiculous shit. It's entertaining and
Romo's getting annoying.
yeah,
We talked
I
about
like
that,
Romo. Yeah, we talked about that, but I
but I
like
think he
Romo.
heard it.
Maybe he probably watched our show. I think him and Nance are good as a duo. I don't know about Romo by himself, but as a
He
duo,
just be glazing Josh Allen too much. And
trust me,
Mahomes.
it's
Just
crazy.
cut back. He already cut back with the Houdini shit. So he learned, but you just cut back with the glazing and you'll be back to being, one of the best out there. But man, I totally agree. I think Tom Brady took the same shit that he learned from playing football and applied it in the booth. He wasn't good in the beginning. And what did he do? He put his head down and got to fucking work. And I think, he's just going to continue to get better. But I was happy with how he performed. And it just felt comfortable having him in the building, hearing his voice. Like, I'm so used to him being in these Super Bowls that it just felt good to have him there, but not to have him playing. You know what I mean? It felt
I
really good.
I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but his co-host, I think they've gained chemistry and
Yeah. It
and
was
and
awkward at first.
yeah, because you could tell he was like trying to throw him lobs,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Brady just was hit finger rolls. But I thought it was a great $37 million show.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
Hey,
that's why he
yo,
was there.
One of the things Brady said, and like you said, from experience, when he was talking about, yo, how do you overcome a Super Bowl loss or how is that like? And he kept it all the way a buck when he said, you don't overcome it. It doesn't get better. You don't get over it. It hurts for life. And that was so real to me. It wasn't a cookie cutter answer. It wasn't a everything's gonna be all right answer. It was a real answer. And like you said, only he can speak to those type of experiences. So hey, great job, Fox. Like I said, we understand the vision now because this is the game you needed Brady for.
Yeah, this is why you do it.
Tony Romo can't relate to this, buddy.
This
Not
was the
not
most
here.
watched Super Bowl, right? I heard. Or
Yeah, it seems to go up every year, but yeah,
you think so? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's just natural. I think if they just keep crushing it, more and more people are just gonna have phones and TVs, so
Sure.
it's expected to keep going up. Um, well, it was a whole nother thing going on. The halftime show, K. Dot,
Mm.
Kendrick Llama. What did we think about his performance?
Man, I mean, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people are shitting on it or saying white people didn't like it because they don't know Kendrick, but I thought it was great. Was it the best ever? No. But was it the worst? Far from it. I would give it, if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. I thought the choreographic was dope. I thought what they were wearing was dope. The red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
Um, I thought it was definitely made for TV, the way they had a lot of the shots,
they've
because
been
it
doing
wasn't
that
a
for a
lot.
while now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a wide shot.
I feel
you
like
know,
ever since the weekend one, they made it like for TV.
think so? Yeah,
That's I've
you're
kind of
probably right.
noticed that.
Yeah, you're probably right. And I thought it was great, man. I mean, I didn't love the. I wish it was a little bit more about Kendrick rather than the Drake beef. I
Yeah,
liked I liked how they had those subtle like, is he gonna do it? I
that
thought
was
that was
fire.
I thought that was dope. I thought that was very creative, making it a show. Same thing with Samuel. I thought that was really, really cool, really creative. Um, I wish his mic was a couple notches up because I felt like it was too low.
It was low, right?
Yeah, I was kept turning it up and he wasn't going up.
Man, putting the trouble up.
And but overall in all, bro, like eight and a half, I would say. I yeah, that was mostly off his new album, but I thought it
Yeah,
was
no.
dope. I love Kendrick, so I thought it was dope.
Same. No, it was dope. I think one thing that separates him from everyone else that did the Super Bowl is he actually tried to have a message with it. It wasn't just entertainment. It wasn't just his smash records. It was a message. It was pro black. It was pro hip hop. It was, everything that he stands for was on display. And you got that with the Uncle Sam reference and Samuel L. Jackson, with the Crips and the Bloods making up the American flag. Like there was a lot of symbolism, a lot of shit. Now, on the other side, a lot of people watching, they're not gonna catch that. And they're not gonna give a fuck about that. They just want an entertaining show. So, in that side, it was okay. I think it would have been better if he did his smash records, Swimming Pool, King Kunta, All Right, some shit from the Black Panther soundtrack. Like, I think he could have done a more entertaining show, but I don't think that's what he was going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean Kendrick, he's 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 an artist. He's not really an entertainer. You know what I mean?
Beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, and I would have loved to see SZA get a solo record because that's the way that y'all marketed. If she would have came out surprisingly, mum's the word, but you announced it, Kendrick with SZA. So I'm expecting a little bit more of SZA. And yo, it looks like Shorty just got another plastic surgery specifically for this Super Bowl. People saying she looks great. I don't see that. I just see a mannequin.
Mm.
Her before and after is fucking crazy. Hey, it's hits and hoops, baby. We ain't signed to nobody. We could say whatever we want. So we gonna say what everyone was thinking, but nobody wanted to say. She looked nuts, but she sounded great.
She did.
She sounded great. And people that said she was lip syncing, no, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. You can tell because she was hitting flows and octaves and pitches that weren't from the song. It was a live version.
Yeah,
So
SZA got pipes too. I mean,
yeah, 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 yeah. for sure. What'd you think about the Serena Williams pop up?
I thought it was just extra. I mean, it's kind of like that Leo meme. You just, oh, that's Serena, and she's doing the crip walk. That's it. I didn't think much of it. I
It
just,
was another shot at Drake.
yeah, oh, of course it was. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a sniper shot, but it's kind of like, yeah, for me, I'm just waiting for more of the creative stuff to come out because you have Samuel, you have the the X, the triangle, the square as like a
The
as playing a
controller.
PlayStation, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like it's just another creative thing that he threw in there. I didn't really think much of it, to be honest. I just thought it was another,
It's like a
you know,
cherry on top.
speckle of
Yeah.
wittiness that he does.
And bro, Drake, you deserve that. Like, fam, once she moved on from your dumbass and got a white boy husband, you started talking mad shit about her on records. Like, that's the type of shit Drake do that just make him corny, bro. You can't be no man dissing a female on a song. You dissing Rihanna on a song? That's why this shit comes back at you. This is why. And Serena looked great. Yo, I didn't remember her looking that good when she was playing tennis.
Hmm. Go back.
Sheesh. Man, that's it for the Super Bowl. You got anything else?
No, man, it was like I said in the beginning, it wasn't a great game itself, but historically dominant team. We'll look back at it. I will be adding their Super Bowl newspaper in Philadelphia to my
Oh
collection.
shit.
I
How
should be
many
getting
you
that
got? Three?
in total. No, probably like the last like six.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd
And
have
they're
to. I'd
and they're
have to.
all on display.
Yeah, everything's on display. NBA
So,
too.
oh, that's beautiful. Keep that shit going.
Yeah, as long as I have enough room to fill up, my walls. Yeah,
And
possible.
then one of these times you can like align them all like chronologically. That's gonna be
That's
dope.
that's when the walls filled up. So
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
but I always mix it up. Like for a long time, they were chronologically. Now I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna have this section like this section like this. I just be changing the shit up just cause, But
Yeah, no, of course.
yeah, that's the plan. So I got to last like 6 years plus the Miami Heat ones from back in the day. I got all those.
But you stopped with the NBA ones, or did you keep going with those two?
Yeah, I kept going. Like I got the Joker. I got Joker's.
Okay.
I didn't get the Celtic one, to be honest. I didn't get that.
Oh,
That one, I am
oh,
gonna get it.
fam.
Listen. I am gonna get it, but I wasn't rushing for that shit.
You gonna make me get that shit for you.
But yeah, so as for the Super Bowl, I'm not glad it's over, but I'm glad we have a champion. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicho Damas comes in again with a W in the beginning of the season. But
Yeah,
no,
man.
that's it for the NFL, man. That's all
Nah,
I got.
hey, shout out Philly, my second favorite city, my second home. Beautiful. Beautiful. The parade's on Friday. Public schools are closed. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. Shout out Philly. Time to talk some hoops. Been
Mm,
a little minute. Been a little minute. This is a conversation I've been wanting to have with you, bro.
okay.
And this is one of those that is really a on the phone type of conversation, but we gonna bring it on the pod. This hurts for me to even admit. I see what the Heat are doing.
Okay.
I understand the vision now
Okay.
because they're developing a nasty young core led by obviously Bam, then Hero, then Jovic.
Let's go!
But this rookie center, Tyler,
Superman.
what's
Mm-hmm.
homie's name? Just for full clarity,
Kal-El. Kal-El where?
Kyle L. Ware. If all right,
Yes.
look. Oh,
Superman.
if fucking Pat Riley wasn't so fucking gun ho on hating on rookies and hating on development, if he would have just been there from day one, easily rookie of the year. Easily rookie of the year.
No, he
This is
wasn't
one.
ready in the beginning. In the beginning, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
How can you say that when
He,
his first couple games he dominated off rip?
I know, but
But
yeah,
we
but he
don't know
wasn't
if he
ready then.
wasn't. We don't know that.
He wasn't ready. That's why he was in the G League, bro. He
No,
went
we put
to the G
everyone in the
League.
G League. That's our fucking problem. The only rookie that was properly developed by the Miami Heat was D Wade. Every other rookie was terribly, terribly developed.
Hey, you just said you about the development, right? They did what they always do, play 30 games in the G League, get your feet
Fuck
wet.
out of here, bro. But
Boom.
you see, but then they come in and ball, so you're like, damn.
Yeah, bro, they
Was
do
it
it with everybody.
was it the G League or could they have just done that from the beginning if they got the time?
But what I'm saying is the first couple times they had him in real gameplay, he wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing.
Jovic?
No, 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 no. I'm talking about
Where?
where. I'm talking about where. He wasn't doing that. He looked like a rookie. He looked like
Hey,
he little bit Bambi feet. They sent him to the G League, brought him back a couple times. Boom, get your ass
the
going.
problem with the Heat is they don't let you go through those growing pains.
Bro, 30 games. That's nothing.
They expect you to go over there, figure it out. No, fam. Let them go through the growing pains. That's why Peyton Manning is Peyton Manning because he went through that shitty rookie year. You gotta go through that. But if you never go through that,
Well, okay. You say that, right? I've been telling you about Jovic since he came in the league, right? It probably would have been better for him to go to the G League and play there for a year or
I
two.
don't believe that. I'm
But they
see,
didn't. He was at the end of the bench and then he slowly got up.
I don't believe that. I think G League
They
is
did
for
that with
people.
Whiteside.
I think G League is for people that are undrafted, like a Whiteside. That's perfect.
It's development, bro. It's
That's
all
perfect.
development.
But if you draft someone in the first round, he's supposed to play. He's supposed to play off rip. But I think no matter who the Heat draft, they're going to the G League. Could be fucking Wembyana. They're gonna send him to the G League. That's
I
just the
mean,
culture we got, and that's just the shit. Hey, I'm just trying to give him credit here.
I know.
I
Cal,
mean,
yeah, he looks
I'm
so
just mad because
promising.
now homie can't get the Rookie of the Year, and he would have
Yeah, but they
easily.
don't give a fuck about that stuff in Miami Heat, bro.
He does.
They don't care about that.
But he does. And if you're not gonna make the fucking finals, then let the guy get an individual stat. We're so much about this team. But if the team ain't going nowhere, I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That would have been his award to lose. This is one of the worst rookie classes I've ever seen. Top two
Yeah,
picks, nobody knows their names. I haven't seen one highlight.
kind of crazy, right?
The
I mean,
one dude that was killing everybody paints his nails and does TikToks every day, and he's out. Jared McCain. But hey, Kyle Ware, what I've been seeing from that guy,
mm.
and Jovic, Hero, Bam, I'm starting to understand
Hey, Jovic is 21.
I'm
Where's
starting to
20?
understand what you saw from the beginning.
It's just been a long ride.
This has been a long ride, but I'm starting to understand the big play. The big play. And that nucleus, that young core of four, we got some defense with Wiggins and Mitchell. If we can get one borderline all-star player in there, if not a
Hey,
fucking superstar or whatever.
one thing I will say is what they went away with, let's say about 7 years ago, is what they're trying to do is size. They're
Mm,
trying to go for size. Jovic is 6'9", 6'10".
yeah.
Ware's fucking what, 7'1", 7 foot. Bam is 6'10" on a good day, 6'11". And then, you kind of make up for heroes being too small because that's the biggest thing with hero. Playoffs, small guards, they get got.
He's not a
Unless
small guard though.
he is a small guard.
6'5" is small.
Now it is. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yo, Shea's a 6'7" point guard.
Nah, you're right. That's
Lamelo's a
crazy.
6'7" point guard. Bro, Dame's 6'3". He looks like so tiny. Unless you are doing an elite level of something, playoffs, it doesn't matter, bro. I've learned that the hard way.
Mm, you're
Rooting
right.
for those 6'2", 6'3"
So what the
guards.
fuck, bro? In 10 years, 6'6" is gonna be small?
Yeah. Yo, it's the
So in
NBA
50,
has
oh wait.
changed so
So in
much.
50 years, every point guard is gonna be at least 6'8".
Does that sound crazy to you?
I think that's where we're headed.
Yeah, that sounds on point.
That's fucking insane.
You need to be there's going to be always someone that can shoot, pass better, run with the ball. Yo, I mean you watch the NBA draft now and everybody can dribble, everybody can shoot. If you can't shoot, you don't play. Bro, perfect example where we just were talking about him. He's 7 foot that has a 3-point shot. Is he a knockdown three? No.
Nah,
But
but
he's
he can
20
hit it.
years old and he's got a 3-point shot.
And he's 7 foot.
And he's 7 foot.
Yeah, man, I really like Ware. I think that's one of our better draft picks in the last couple of years, and I think we're building a great nucleus, and I'm excited to see. But I love what I've been seeing out of the young guys.
That I mean, the losing isn't great. The fourth quarter fallbacks aren't great, but me too.
It's fine though. Like I'm not expecting success, but
You're right. You
just
know what? I need to bring down my
yeah,
expectations.
bring down your standards a little bit.
You're right. You're
I
right.
mean,
You're
the
right.
shit to OKC, that's trash. You can't lose the game on a 21-0 run or whatever the fuck it was.
I mean, they just got fucking murdered by
Like
Boston tonight. I mean,
that was crazy. But if they can just hover around 500, they don't even got to make the playoffs. Hover around 500, this young nucleus, this core, and it's like you said. It's exactly like you said. That big three shit is dead. Teams are being built as teams now, which is beautiful. OKC, Boston. And I think the Heat, low key, people don't know this yet. We're early on this. Next year is when they'll start talking about the Heat's core. But I think we're doing the same exact thing, building through the draft, building through, team camaraderie. Um, yeah, man, I like what I've seen.
I think
I'm
that's a
starting to
big
see the
reason. I think
look.
that's also a big reason why they're very hesitant to give up draft picks.
Yeah.
I think that's the
True.
big deal. I think that's the main reason why. Yo, I heard what I read from some reporters that they offered Jimmy and Josh Richardson and a first round pick for Katie, and that's it. That's it. Because the Suns wanted everything for KD, everything, and it's just not. That's just not basketball. It's not. KD would be going to a terrible situation if we gutted our team like the Nets did. Remember that to get KD,
And
get
now their
Kyrie, they had to
franchise is in the
gut
fucking
him.
is in the gutter now.
And I don't know if we'll ever see this in any sport. I mean, we've seen it more in football, but in any sport, when a guy of KD status, of LeBron status, actually taking a pay cut to get real talent around them. That's why the big three started, is guys took huge pay cuts to play with other Hall of Famers. There's just I don't know if it's just there's so much money. I don't know if it's an ego thing because once you go down, you never go back up. I don't know what it is, but it's gotta happen. And it's gonna happen one day. It's gonna happen. Who, where, what? I don't know. But one day it's gotta happen. Could you imagine if Katie went to a new team last year or next year? He's like, I'll take a $40 million contract instead of 60. What that would do for a team?
Yeah,
I'll
no.
take a $35 million contract. I've made what 500 million?
You know why? You know why it's over for that? Because the league itself, these teams have shown you there's no loyalty. If Luka Doncic, bro, if I'm a player in the league and Luka Doncic just got traded, fuck the team. Give me my bag. Yes, I'm gonna try my best to help y'all win. Give me my fucking bag. You want me to take a pay cut, but then you can cut me whenever? No, hell no.
But
Hell
they're
no.
gonna get paid no matter what. NBA's fully guaranteed.
But a
It's not like the
difference, you
NFL.
talking about a difference of 40 million. That's even if you're a millionaire, it's fucking huge.
No, these guys aren't just these guys made KD made over 500 million.
Ain't no
You're
a
telling me you cut a 20 million off of there so you can have KD on your team, so you can play with a real legit talent, Luca on your team? I don't know, man. You're telling me so. Wait, LeBron next year, right? He's open for a new contract next year, correct?
would you take a pay cut
If so, I can have multiple
at
All
your current
Stars.
job?
If I can have multiple All Stars to
At
win a
your current
championship.
job, if you could have a
I'm not
dope,
an NBA player, bro. What are you talking about?
it's the same
My goals
concept.
as a distributor are way different than a
If
championship
you could if
for a
you could have
legacy.
a dope team that helps y'all overall success, would you take a pay cut at your job?
It's totally different, Dixon.
It's
I'm
not
not.
though.
What do
That's
you?
their job. That's their job.
There's no championship I'm going after.
But it's still a job.
But no, it's not. You're an NBA player.
It's a job. It's a job.
No.
I
I
ain't telling no grown man to take a pay cut.
I I'm not saying for you. I'm not saying for
And
someone
Tom
that works
Brady
for.
did it. Tom
No.
Brady did it because he had a millionaire wife. That's the part that people don't.
Bro,
Tom Brady did it.
I guarantee you that Giselle and Brady have not made as much as KD and some of these other NBA players. I guarantee that. The wealth that NBA specifically has now, bro, you brought it up. That someone was talking about Saquon would be less than the last guy on the bench he makes compared to the NFL.
Yeah.
Minimum level players, not even, yeah, well, okay, I'm getting crazy. Mid-level players are making 15 to
So
20 a
let's say
year.
KD takes that cut and then gets traded. Now what?
Well, that would
Now
be,
you got a fucking egg on your face.
well, no, you still have to pay him. He still gets paid.
Fam, we talking about 20 million.
He still gets
We're
paid.
not gonna act like that's I don't give a fuck if you Bill Gates. 20 million is 20 million. So to just I
Obviously,
mean,
you're not gonna listen. You're not gonna go to a situation where you know that so and so is not gonna come. You're not gonna go to a situation that you're gonna be by yourself and no problem, I'll take half when we're gonna make, you've never even made the playoffs. No, it's a situation, as was said.
I think if the teams were to show a little more loyalty, players would take more of that pay cut route. But since teams have shown that they are so cutthroat and cold about this shit, players aren't going to take that pay cut. In
So,
the NFL, there's been loyalty. Eli Manning team was loyal to him. Big Ben's team was loyal to him. But in the NBA, the last
all right,
loyalty I seen was the Mavericks with Dirk. But I think that's over. I don't think
I mean,
that's ever going to happen again.
Steph, right?
Steph currently, yeah.
Say a star next year. Let's just say, just for this argument, this conversation. I think I could be wrong though, but I think LeBron's contract is up after this year. Okay. He's making what, 50, 55 around that ballpark. Luka's already under contract for the next 2 years. Maybe not KD, but let's say a caliber, a top 20 player in the league, top
Right.
30 player in the league, right? I want to join the Lakers. LeBron says, no, I want my 65 a year for the next 2 years. That's gone. Yo, Braun, would you take a $15 million haircut? Would you take a $20 million haircut to play with I mean, you name a name. I don't know.
Dame Lillard.
Dame Lillard. No, not with Dame. We've seen he's breaking down. With Brunson, let's just say he's up, right? With Brunson, a proven winner. With even Giannis, a proven winner. Like, you don't think that would be
I think in
uh,
LeBron, I think this example of LeBron doesn't really work because he don't got nothing left to prove. But
okay, true.
but
Yeah,
if you're a player that is looking
true.
for that, but we saw Harden take a pay cut with Brooklyn, was it?
Uh, I think it was promised he was going to take a pay cut, but I don't know if he didn't sign
He
with them.
took no, Harden took a pay cut one of these last couple contracts, and
Okay.
it didn't work out at all. So that was just, the last time I seen it. But man, I
But
would
he did
say,
it to have Kyrie and KD on his team,
and it didn't work out.
and
So
it didn't
even if
work
you
out.
take the pay cut, it's still not guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
hey, man, nah, nah, go get your money, fam. That ain't your job. That's the fucking team's job to build a team. That ain't your job.
Yeah, I guess
Now,
you're right.
goats have done it. Braun, D Wade, Brady, and it's worked out. But I think that's just rare situations.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
but I see what you mean though. Like in KD's point, but how bad do they want it? I think players nowadays, man, these NBA guys, I don't know, man. They're different. It's changed a lot. I don't think the drive is there like it used to be. I think very few have that drive.
You would
Sucks.
take a pay cut to play with Ant Edwards, right? You would take a pay cut to, like, if Ant wanted to go to LA. You take that pay cut.
Yeah. Yeah. It gotta be
So
a
yeah, I
player
guess
at your
that's
level, if not better, though. You know what I mean?
yeah, and that's what the Heat's big three was.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
rare
And they was
situation, like you
and they
said.
were friends. So it's like, yeah, like if you came, I would take pickup for you maybe, but a random guy that just got traded to my team and I didn't even know. Yeah, I think if they were to involve them behind the scenes and Get like a homie or some shit, maybe. But
You're right. You're right.
tough, man. Yeah, NBA money's buku though. You're right about that.
It's something. It's crazy. It's crazy that people are so worried about the NBA and the ratings, blah blah blah. Like, yo, look how much these guys are making now.
Bro, this is one thing I gotta remind people. The NBA is an international game.
Yeah,
NFL is only in America. So that's why us inside of America, it looks like the biggest shit in the world. It's not.
I would say it's mainly in America, but yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
because
not.
they've done a good job of expanding.
They've tried to expand and shit, but it's mainly, yeah, it's mainly in America. NBA is a global game.
I think
What
the NBA globally has got about 30 years on.
I would say
Oh,
NBA is bigger globally than the NFL, but
no, no, you
since we're in
100%.
America and Americans only think that America matters, yeah, they think the NFL is just kicking ass on ratings. No, fam. What's one international star that's in the NFL?
Yeah, there is none.
There is none. So just got to keep that in mind.
We could thank the dream team for that. The
Yeah,
NBA, the NFL has never had a dream team like kind
to
of
to
situation.
go out and inspire the world and
Yeah,
touch people and go into these places. They are going to introduce flag football into the Olympics, so hopefully
so that could push it over.
that
Yeah,
could be the beginning of starting to push that. If you just get that dumbass jit out of that quarterback position and put like someone that doesn't have to put their whole body into a 20-yard throw, yeah, we could really make moves.
I'm
You
gonna be
know who
really
I'm talking
interested
about.
to
You know
see.
who I'm
Oh, I
talking about.
know, I know. The buddy
And
that
he's
said he's Dallas.
nasty. No, he's nasty. I've seen highlights.
That's great.
But he ain't Patrick Mahomes, fam. He's not Lamar
He's
Jackson.
not Lamar, bro.
Flag, two hand. I don't give a fuck what the game is, bro.
You put a flag on Lamar, forget about it. You put
Bro,
a flag on Cheetah, nah, I'm sorry.
they can barely catch him being able to hit him.
You put a flag on JJ and Chase, nah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you might get him a couple times, but nah, you ain't getting him.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
You tell Fred Warner to get a flag. Nah, you'll be lucky if you don't tackle you. I don't know.
That flagpole gonna be aggressive as shit.
Yo,
That's it. That's it for
oh
today.
wait, one thing I
What's
will
up? What's up?
say, man, it's been tough to see Jimmy in a Warriors uniform.
It's been disturbing.
3 games in, they did lose last night.
Barely.
Yeah, but only like 4 or 5 points.
I they only lost because Kyrie that
He went
charge,
off. Yeah, he had
but
like
he was
four.
moving.
Yo, yeah, but it's been tough. He almost had a triple double himself.
It's been
It's
tough
been
because guess what? He looks rejuvenated. He looks in shape. He looks motivated. Steph looks motivated. He just came and just energized everyone. And
Mhm.
it's very disturbing to see, honestly. It just don't feel right. It don't, it's something inside my soul is like,
It's
ugh.
like seeing your girl go to like an athlete, like a pro athlete.
It's like seeing your ex level up. Let's keep it real, fellas.
Level like a couple levels.
Let's keep it real,
But
fellas.
but let's be honest, like Golden State ain't that good.
They're not that good, but they're better. A
They're
lot better,
better. They're better, yeah.
which is what they wanted. So,
Which is what they wanted. Yep. And
but nah, yeah, you're right. It's like seeing your ex level up. Hey, fellas, we
it's
never want to see that. Like we
and
don't
it's
want to
on
also
TV.
we don't want to see them with a bum either. We just want someone a little bit less than us.
Man,
But
yeah, it's been tough seeing that number 10.
Andrew
Uh,
Wiggins ain't done shit, but just made one 3-pointer.
you seen that clip with Draymond, I think it was a day or two ago. And he was saying that when they got Jimmy, Steph was like, this is the last ride type of thing.
Really,
And they both realized like, yeah, this is the last real run,
it
you know.
is. It
It
is.
is. It is.
They're
I
about
would
two
say
pieces
Clay,
away.
I would say obviously Clay's one of the best, one of the all-time shooters of all time. But Jimmy Butler as a complete player is better than what Clay was. I would say.
In his prime?
Yeah. In his prime, yeah, I would say. Jimmy's a smarter player. He's a distributor, a defender, big moments. Like Clay's all time shooter. He was on an all-time team, but like as in peak of their
But you know,
performance,
Klay Thompson will probably be ranked higher all time than Jimmy Butler.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just that playoff Jimmy. That's it. But I know I see what you mean. Jimmy brings shit that's not so much stats. He's just gonna bring that
It's see
that dog.
the defense is better. the distribution is better.
Clutch
Um,
player, clutch
clutch
performer.
players, well, I mean, way better. Um, IQ is probably better.
You
I mean,
saying all around game.
yeah, his all-around game is better than what
It's
Clay.
just, bro, that Klay Thompson prime,
Catch and shoot,
that
the
was the number
defense.
one
Yeah.
heat check in the NBA in his prime. Better
Hmm.
than Steph, better than KD, better than Lillard. We got to remember, Klay Thompson prime, that heat check was fucking crazy. Oh, Draymond Green, you're single-handedly responsible for ruining the dynasty. You got,
Damn, what?
you got KD out of there. You got KD out of there by calling him a bitch and saying that they don't need him. Yeah, y'all do. And then you got Jordan Poole out of there. And Jordan Poole was supposed to be the predecessor to Steph. So I think Draymond Green was huge reason why the dynasty even started and thrived, but he was, if not solely the reason for the dynasty's destruction.
Really?
Yeah, he got KD and Poole out of there.
Mm.
They still had KD, fam. Even if they still had JP, he still looks good. He's just in a bum ass team, but he's still very talented. Sucks to see, man. But hey, they want to keep giving him, contracts for that behavior. It's on y'all. Y'all are fucking accepting, tolerating this type of shit. You know? Love to
Not
see
my
it
job.
though.
Not
Love to
my
see
job.
it. Love to see it. Don't like to see the Jimmy shit, but love to see the downfall of that dynasty because them boys is OD. With KD, that shit was OD.
It was. Those were some tough years. Those were some interesting finals, but those
That
were
was the
some.
only time, bro, I've ever felt like there's just one team that is so much better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Like that was in any sport. I've never seen that. Maybe those Patriots in '07, but even they lost. But that KD Warriors, man, that I've never ever seen a team like that. That's the as time goes, I can appreciate it more because whoa.
Yeah, and I remember at the end of the KD run when they got Boogie, when Boogie was still kind of Boogie, but not really.
Everyone was like, "Dog, what?"
I was, bro, me, because Boogie was my one of my favorite players. And when he
Boogie
went
was him.
out, I was just like, what is going on, bro?
Yeah, when they got Boogie, that shit was crazy.
But you could tell that year Boogie wasn't
Nah, nah. And he's
his.
still hooping over there in Asia or some shit. So shout out to Boogie, but
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Boogie.
underrated. Underrated for sure.
But he was one thing I hated about Boogie, man. He fucking got
Hothead.
yeah.
Hothead, yeah, for sure. Hey, bullies get bullied where I'm from. Shout out Zach Randolph.
Zebo.
But hey, anything else for the people out there?
No, bro, that's it. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll holler at y'all after All-Star break. But thank you guys for joining. Football season is a wrap. We're still here though. It's time to get deep into NBA. Pat McAfee and them boys, they don't know what to do nowadays that football's over. But we're good. We still got the NBA. It's hits and hoops. So we'll catch y'all next time for sure.
All right, Chief.